that works for them. They try to get their cat, and it didn't work. Like, and then one of the independent viewers,
It's been a whole ordeal the whole way through this field.
They really don't like that way. Your lipstick matches your nose ring. Top notch. Great job.
and I hacked. I'm gonna hack. I'm like, I'm like, why haven't happened yet? Like, I'm not advocating him.
I believe the correct.
Are we B-roll?
I think we're B-roll.
Yeah.
That's why I was pumping it up.
filter into that side. The first side. Yeah. Love it. All right, other side, other side. Thank you. I will melt it in layers like a great right back in the yellow pads.
Real quick. Sorry.
Hello everyone, I am looking for a speaker.
Sorry.
If you are a speaker, please come up to the music. We're going to start in about 5 minutes. Thank you all so much for being here.
Good, how are you?
Mike, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the worst. I'm doing this, you know. But, oh well.
I actually bought this right after the flash later,
Oh yeah.
so it's gonna get dark.
This thing does pretty well.
Yeah.
But I'll probably end up using the line. We'll see. They're starting a little later than I thought they were going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do this.
I didn't get your name earlier, man.
Brad.
Brad, okay.
What's your name?
Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'll just give you one of these. Yeah. Did you get any good images of the,
Yeah, let's see. So you got this blonde one over like that.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and I got like a few like on the underside.
Can we get Martin Connor to the front, please? And any other speakers?
It was getting windy.
Thank you,
I like
love
this one a
y'all.
lot.
I like that big wide.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I'm shooting the point though today. I kind of like that started look.
Yeah.
Also helps with the crowd shots.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know which way they're going to be aiming, but I think we're in a good spot.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I usually try to follow that. Usually,
There's no way.
at a lot of events, there's usually people who like have like the specific message of the group like that they can spew out. I don't know.
No, I can't. I didn't say anything. I'm like, I can't promise that.
Yeah. But no, my little micro USB in the port trick worked. I got it almost full.
Really?
Yeah. It was janky as hell, but it worked. Yeah.
I'm going live right now. This is all going out. So.
tail feels good. I don't know, but I don't know what angle. That's why you're putting yours straight up. I don't know, like.
That's just because I don't have like you're on you got to
Yeah. Well, I was thinking something kind of you could not get the light, but like, yeah. Yeah. For like I do a journalism, I don't go along because I was like this is yeah, that's not a it's probably big. I like one of my lessons right now is when in my bag. That's it. I'm gonna get next time. I don't know built in like just like resetting. I do it's like so doesn't go it doesn't go past 105 until 131. When I just did it at 105. Because it's a dancing thing.
It doesn't matter if you love him or capital H-I-M-M-M-M. Just put your paws up, 'cause you were born this way, baby.
We'll see you on the walk.
That's how it works.
Testing. Oh, hello! All right, we're going to do a careful little test right here. Ooh, that's not good. We're going to reconfigure.
Sorry.
Just like this. Check it out. It's that easy. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Lauren Henry. I'm one of the organizers for this evening. And first, I'd like everyone, if you can, just to look behind you and kind of tighten up the space a little bit. It looks pretty tight, looks pretty good. Just want to keep us condensed, keep us together. And let's see. Yeah, everything looks good. Anyway, I'm a local drag king. I'm an organizer here in DC. More broadly, the people who put this on for you tonight is the DMV Social Activist Collective. We are a newly formed and ever-evolving collective of dedicated social activists in the DMV area. We plan, organize, execute scaled direct actions right here in the nation's capital, supporting marginalized people against the widespread attacks on our rights, well-being, and safety. And if you want to get involved, we are a collective. That means you can get involved. Please join us. Check me out on Instagram. Approach me for my Instagram. I'm not going to yell it out right now. And I can get you connected to our collective. And I want to point out real quick, where I'm standing is where the speakers are going to be. But please leave some room, and that's media in particular, if you could leave some room for people who are hard of hearing who need to be able to view the ASL interpreters here. Can we shout out our ASL interpreter volunteers? Yes, thank you for being here. So why are we all here today? We all know. But we are here to protest the hostile takeover of our National Arts Center, the Kennedy Center, which has already been purged of any programming deemed queer or DEI related. And our action has three main purposes. I want to call those out right from the get-go. We demand that the Kennedy Center Board reinstate queer programming, including but not limited to drag-oriented workshops and shows, and any other equity and DEI initiatives at the Kennedy Center. We want to force Congress to drop the multiple attempts at criminalizing gender nonconformity, including Trump's executive order conflating sex and gender, and the attack on drag artists through budget amendments, denying funds to organizations, supporting and protecting this queer art form, as well as so much more. And lastly, we care deeply about DC home rule. If home rule goes away, drag goes away in DC, and so much more. And so we want to make sure that Congress does actually finally make DC the 51st State of the Union. Let's hear it. All right, I'm going to pass off the mic to Mas Vuse, who is going to talk to you about safety and community guidelines. Here you are.
Doing tonight? I said, how are y'all doing tonight? My name is Mas Vuse. I'm a drag artist here in the community as well as a community organizer. I'm so excited. I'm so enraged. I'm so in love with the people in this space. I mean, look at y'all. This is what we call queer activism. This is what we call queer organizing. And of course, this is what we call queer joy. We can be pissed off, but we can be joyous at the same goddamn time. So again, my name is Mas Vuse. I've been coordinating safety at this event. I'm so grateful for our over 20 different volunteers who are keeping this space safe in a variety of ways. I'm going to go through and shout out some of the roles so you're aware of where exactly they are in the crowd, as well as what they're wearing in case you do need support in any way. So of course, while I don't see any police right now, we don't know what the fuck's gonna go on over at the Kennedy Center. But of course, we have our police liaisons if they wanna raise their hands in the crowd. Let's see. Police liaisons!
Do a little shout.
Okay. Well, they are present. They are looking out. They're going to be coordinating with police. They're going to be communicating with police in case there's any issues. We are very much trying to make sure that there is no touchstone between protesters and the police, as well as counter-protesters and us as organizers, us as protesters. We also have the marshals who are going to be holding the space as we march down the road. Can I get some hands up from the marshals? So they're in the back, you know, some over there, some over there. Shout out to our marshals. They're going to be holding the space. They're all around us right now. We have a fuck ton of marshals, so God bless. I also want to give a shout out to the two runners. My good friend right here. These runners are going to be able to help pass information from the front and the end of the protest. Very excited to, you know, have these volunteers with us. I also want to give a shout out to our de-escalators. These folks are trained up. They are ready to support you, help you bring down your emotions, help you, center your body in the moment. So please, 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 if you need a de-escalator, let us know. We'll see. They are prepared and trained up to come into a situation, ask consent, and make sure that, we simmer down tension. We have the wonderful bike brigade around us. You can see there is a fuck ton of bikes all around us. Some of them are waving. They're going to be helping block traffic as we march down New Hampshire all the way to the Kennedy Center. And they're going to really help us hold this space, making sure that we don't have any, cars riding our ass. And if we do, there's something blocking between us as the protesters, us as the shakers in the space, We got to make sure we're protected. And of course, we have our Care Bears. Where are Care Bears? They're going to be roaming throughout the crowd. They have cute little heart pins. They're super, super great to reach out to if you need a water, if you need a snack. Again, they have little heart pins. I also want to give a shout out to our first aid. They have a pink cross on their back. We got a bitch in drag right here who's doing first aid. Shout out. We have some folks over there in the corner as well. They're going to be roaming throughout, making sure that, you're supported anyway if you're hurt, whether that be, with a fucked up foot, whether that be, you get a little scratch, a little boo-boo, or, if anything happens, you're taken care of. Again, they have a pink cross on their back. I also want to point out our legal observers in green hats. There's some in the back there. I see some. They have green hats. They're scattered throughout this event. We have about 4 or 5 legal observers. They're really badass. They are trained, making sure they are properly documenting instances that occur between the police and protesters. But, of course, we want to make sure that this is a low-key event. This is an event that is focused and centered around the demands at the Kennedy Center, of Congress, and of the goddamn Trump administration. With that being said, if there's ever an issue, the de-escalators have a blue armband on, and they're also wearing yellow vests. So keep that in mind. If you need, for any reason, a police liaison, we're going to be getting to some language that I'm going to have y'all repeat after me in just a second. They have a yellow vest, and they have an orange armband. Again, for the police liaisons, it's an orange armband and yellow vest. And then for our... I'm looking at my notes, y'all. For the de-escalators, we got blue armbands. So, y'all, in terms of language we're going to be utilizing in this space, notifying one another of any safety concerns that we have. We have 3 pieces of language I need y'all to remember and work with us. Do you think y'all can do that? Yeah! So the first one is, if you need first aid, the people around you, yourself included, if you can, raise their hands and scream, medic, medic, medic. Do you want to try it one time? Okay. On a count of 3. 1, 2. Medic, medic, medic. Y'all are pros. Y'all have been to a few protests. I can see that. Y'all are out on the streets. So, of course, we have some more language. How many of y'all have heard the phrase tighten up and not just in the bedroom? That's what I thought. That's what I said. I said it. Tighten up. When you hear that, you got to stop in your tracks. You got to look around you. Do we see anyone that's, fallen behind in the march? We got to come together. We got to shrink ourselves together. We got to tighten up as protesters, as a community. Because the police can stretch us apart, arrest organizers, arrest protesters if we're spread out super far. So we want to make sure that we're marching together, that we're rallying together. And if you hear that tighten up, start repeating it. Tighten up. Stop in your tracks. If you feel as if you're one of the people that's a little bit loosey-goosey with the rest of the crowd, tighten up by getting right in there. Let's do that one, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, tighten up! Let's do that one more time. I don't think we did that one the best. 1, 2, Sign up! Yes. Okay, we also have another one. This is if a police liaison is needed. If there's an instance that is happening between a police officer and a protester, y'all are getting into it. Of course, we ask that you do not do that. I'm gonna get into some community guidelines in a second. But please, 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 if there is an instance that you're going at it with the cops and you can't simmer down, de-escalator's gonna come there, but I'm gonna need the crowd. Again, the crowd needs to put up their hands and act like you're screwing in a light bulb and shout, light bulb. Light bulb, okay? So do this little motion up in the air, like you're twisting a light bulb, like you're going at it. Yeah, exactly. So that one is light bulb, okay? Gotta do it together real quick. 1, 2, light bulb! You wanna make sure if you're in the immediate vicinity of this arrest, of this situation with the police where a police liaison is needed, you do that little motion, you get the attention of the safety organizers who are wearing the yellow vests, and we can get those police liaisons to you, who again are wearing the orange armbands. Now, we've gone through 3 different pieces of language. I'm not gonna, try to make gay people or allies memorize more than 3 things, because I know the poppers and the song lyrics are going right to the brain, and we got no room for anything else. Of course, in this space together, y'all, this is the LGBTQIA plus community. I know y'all are cackling, but we're key, we're a good time, We're open about the realities that we live, so yes, poppers. Yeah, we're actually sponsored by Rush. So y'all, look around you. Look to your left. Hey. Look to your right. Hey, how you doing? And you're gonna say, I love you, okay? Turn to your left again. I love you. Turn to your right. I love you. These are the people that are gonna keep you safe, y'all. These are the motherfuckers that are gonna keep you safe. They're gonna utilize that language to pull people's attention if there's a safety concern. These are the people that you're gonna wanna buddy up with if you came alone. So, in terms of our community guidelines, if you've ever been to a protest, or if you've ever been to a drag show even, we have a few of those. First one is, of course, to buddy up. Anybody come alone? Okay, there's a few people alone. Anybody who raised a hand? Anybody here say, I did? You better go walk up to that motherfucker and say, hey, what's your name? How you doing? Thank you for coming. So again, buddy up. Make sure you're touching in with your buddies throughout the event, making sure that they feel safe, ask how they're doing. Make sure that you touch in with them after the event as well to make sure that they get home safe too. Now this one's really important, y'all. And I want to be very clear. We do not have the institutional power or capacity to support arrests this evening. We have a very new safety team who are stepping into this role for the very first time, or some folks, who have been doing it, of course, for some time now, which is really wonderful. But we do not have the money or the capacity to support anyone getting arrested. So please, please, please keep in mind the ways in which you can carry yourselves, key with everyone around you, and just be conscious of the fact that we should not be risking arrest. And we really, really want to make sure everyone's on the same page with that. Because we don't want to see any incidents where bitches get sent to jail. That's not what this is about. This is about the fucking Kennedy Center and Trump's fascist takeover. What that looks like, how do we put precautions in place? How do we handle ourselves, in the various ways that one can handle themselves to, hopefully, ideally, not get arrested? Now, we understand the police are going to do whatever the fuck the police are going to want to do at the end of the day. We have police liaisons to communicate. Right now, I do not see any police, which is very, very good on us. It's just the queerdos and the allies, God bless. But ways in which we can mitigate is through not interacting with police, not interacting with counter-protesters. Again, we are here to say fuck you to Trump and remind the Kennedy Center staff, remind the Kennedy Center board that queer programming is here to stay, not only at the Kennedy Center, but across the goddamn district and country. So again, do not interact with the police, we asked, and do not interact with counter-protesters. I get it. Please, 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 as well, if you're not a speaker or if you're not Lord Henry or myself, please do not speak to media. We want to make sure that any media that is covering this event is safe and is not going to utilize any of our language, our names, our faces to, throw up a right-wing media storm on Twitter. We don't want that for any of you, and we want to make sure everyone's safe. So please, please, please get in contact with myself, Maz Hussein, or send the individual press person to Lord Henry right here. And of course, the drag artists who are speaking this evening have the capacity to speak to the press as well as they do wish. And we ask that you please, please, please follow the lead of organizers and safety coordinators in the space. Anybody with the yellow vest, if they're helping you get down the road, if they're signaling for you to get onto the sidewalk, which we are going to be marching in the street, just follow the lead of the safety organizers, because again, this is about keeping each other safe in this instant. We ask that there's no physical violence or abuse toward one another or other parties that may show up. We also ask that we do not engage in any property damage. Shit happens. If it's your own property, I don't really give a fuck. But of course, let's be conscious of how we're holding the space and respecting one another and the capacity we have and, supporting arrests. So please, please, please try not to break it because we can't buy it for y'all. We can't protect you in that way. So y'all, again, I am, as we say, safety coordinator, organizer, drag queen. I'm so, so happy to see so many of you out here. Now I'm going to pass it back over to Lord Henry, who's going to introduce, I believe, the first speaker. Let's have a round of a fucking applause.
Hello, thank you, Masuse. Can we actually ask the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, who has heard of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence? They are going to give a brief, non-religious, non-denominational, god damn, that's hard to say, blessing for this rally and for all of us.
Thank you. Good evening. I stand before you with the gorgeousness of my face covered as protection from those who would target myself and my sisters for doing the holy work that we are charged with. My name is Sister Civil Liberties, and we are your DC Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. In the words of Harvey Milk, I am here to recruit you. To recruit you in the struggle between ourselves and those who wish that we would cease to exist. This evening, as we walk down the streets of our capital city, we are walking in the footsteps of our queer ancestors who fought tooth and nail for every right that we have ever attained. And now, one of our oldest and most sacred art forms, the art of drag, is again under attack. Our queer culture is now on the chopping block, and the only political party with any positioning to do anything about it has abandoned us, the Democratic Party. But we have been here before. Our culture and our community has never known a time without governmental targeting and neglect based on who we love, how we look, artistic expression, or even who we know ourselves to be, regardless of our birth certificate. We must reclaim our community wisdom. Our queer ancestors gave us tools to protest the indignities of heteronormative oppression. They gave us art, dance, disco, ballroom. They gave us drag as we know it. Most importantly, they gave us a love for our queer culture and a pride for being who we are. They loved and supported each other. They acted up. They organized, marched, lobbied. And tonight, after we are done marching, we must continue to do those things. My siblings, the lesson that we must remember is that we are a community that is united by common oppression. Though that oppression manifests differently for each of us, the source is the same. And that source is white supremacy, patriarchy, and unfettered capitalism. In this time of fascism and renewed hatred toward us, I implore you to remember that we are all one community, and we need to always see each other as such. In times such as these, we will hear all the old lines again, that we are unwell, that we are intrinsically disordered, disaligned with a natural order, and most of all, that we are lesser or unholy. My siblings, hear these words and feel them in the depths of your hearts. It is a blessing to be LGBTQ. And now a blessing. We call upon our queer ancestors and all divinities that we consider sacred, or simply our own free will, as I recite these words by the Reverend Helen Rivers. Blessed are the wanderers, seeking affirmation. Blessed are the worshipers, praying from closets, pulpits, pews, and hardship. Blessed are the lovers of leaving family and familiarity, leaving tables where love is not being served. Blessed are those who stay. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the queer disciples of truth, living, breathing, sacred, divine reflections of love. Blessed be.
I'm gonna say it. Can I get a gay man? Thank you. Mari's gonna go over, Mari Concarne here is gonna go over a couple of chants, teach you for our march, which we're gonna depart on after a couple of speakers. We are also gonna have a couple of speakers at the Kennedy Center, so please gather around again once we reach the Kennedy Center around the music where the speakers will be located.
Oli Olis! Oh, God. Thank you. Oh, that makes me warm. Yes, I'm going to teach you a couple of chants that we will do as we march, so please listen up. And there's a call and repeat. So I'll say it and then you'll repeat it, okay? Or you answer the question. The first one is, no queer erasure in D.C., no Trump at the Kennedy, okay? So I will say, no queer erasure in D.C., no Trump in the Kennedy. Good job, you get a star. And these fall off, so you could actually grab a star. The next one is a classic. It's into the blank, okay? So we'll call out different ones, but it usually goes like, when trans rights are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back. I knew you knew that one. We'll try it one more time. When trans rights are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back. Oh my God, 2 stars. Okay, the next one is also another simple one. Ready? Whose street? Our street. There you go. We can keep it moving. The next one is, our communities must unite, protect our First Amendment rights. Ready? Our communities must unite, protect our First Amendment rights. Thank you. And the last one is, when fascists attack, we fight back. Yeah. Oh, I have one more for a special surprise. Oh my goodness. Another classic one. Ho ho, hey, try right. Wait, I don't know what I wrote. Hold on. Hey, trans rights are here to stay. Oh my goodness. English language learner, thank you so much. We'll review them one more time so you can get started with the speeches because I am freezing. The first one, no queer erasure in D.C., no Trump at the Kennedy. When trans rights are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back. Whose streets? Our streets. Our communities must unite, protect our First Amendment rights. When fascists attack, what do? Fight back! Ho ho! Hey! Trans rights are here to stay! Oh my goodness. Yeah. Congratulations, thank you all so much for joining us. It's been a labor of the heart. We're gonna get started with speeches. You ready? We're gonna start with one of my sisters, my siblings, my everything, my brother, literally everything. Yes, I love them so much, you love them so much. Give it up for Brooklyn Hyman.
Thank you, Mari. Hi, everyone. Like she said, my name is Brooklyn Hyman, and yes, I will be reading from my phone because reading is fundamental. I am here to talk to you today about the intersection of drag and the trans experience and why it is more important than ever to stand up for drag and trans rights. So just a quick background on myself. I have been doing drag in the scene for over 2 years, and a huge part of my drag journey has been coming to terms with my trans identity through meeting amazing trans pioneers in the DC scene. Through seeing other kings, queens, and things living their authentic selves, and through invaluable conversations with them, I came into my own identity as a trans man who just happens to dress like a lady on the weekends. Drag is not just an invaluable form of self-expression, but a means of self-discovery. And not only are our livelihoods and artistry as trans people or as drag artists under attack, by the current administration, but the very existence of trans people as well. Beyond the executive orders meant to erase trans people from public life, Trump and his cronies want to define living in a trans body and expressing yourself in the way that aligns with your gender identity as doing drag. So by attacking drag and attempts to outlaw drag on local and national levels, Trump is simultaneously attempting to outlaw trans people's very existence. This March for Drag is an amazing start, but we have to build momentum with this movement and continue to stand up for drag rights and the existence and prosperity of our trans siblings. Some tangible ways to do this are to stay connected with the organizers of this event. There will be more acts of resistance coming in the future, and your help is more necessary than ever. Another way to continue the fight is to join your existing local advocacy organizations. Claudia Jones School, the DC DSA Bodily Autonomy Group, and BLMDC are all amazing organizations to get connected with. Fascism is a real and present threat, but we cannot hide who we are, and we cannot back down from the fight, because our art and our existence as trans people is dependent on it. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a moment in time at a show that I'm like, plug in your Instagram, plug in your Venmo, but I'm sure you already follow them. So give it up for Brooke and Hyman. Let's give it up. We have amazing drag here today. This is very local DC drag speaking tonight. Some of our most prolific performers that have the ear of literally everybody. So please, please, please give it up to every single one of them. Follow them everywhere because they're doing a lot for us today by coming here and speaking from their hearts. Please give it up for Indiana Bones.
Hello, everyone. Oh my God, I'm full of joy to see everybody here today. We are here to fight because, you know, it's very, very important. Not only am I a drag queen here in DC, but I'm also a trans woman. So the fight for me means a lot, a lot, a lot. So to see all of your faces here, I'm overjoyed. We are here to fight for justice. We are here to fight for equality. We are here to stand in solidarity and make sure that these people don't take our rights away from us. It's, you know, very, very hard living this journey that I'm living. But to see everyone supportive of each other, to see everyone caring for one another, gives me a little bit of hope that we're going to overcome these horrible, horrible things that we're going through. I didn't write much of a speech because I know that, you know, we want to rally, we want to fight, we want to get out on the streets and start marching. So I just want to remind everyone that trans rights are human rights. We all need to always lift each other up, create a world where everyone can live authentically and without fear. Our diversity is always going to strengthen us, and we will break down barriers and make sure that we have a future where every person, not just heterosexuals, not just white people, everyone is embraced and empowered. We are here, we are proud, and they have to fucking get used to it. We have to reject hate, we have to reject misinformation, and we have to champion compassion, equity, and truth. We need to rise above division and fear and embrace that every single person has diversity, and that diversity is what makes this world go round. I love you all so much. Please, please, please be safe. Please, please look after one another, because together we are going to be able to overcome everything. If we don't take care of each other, they're going to look at that and they're going to run with it and make sure that we get shut down, all right? So thank you all, thank you all, thank you all. Let's fight, all right? Let's fucking fight.
Give it up for Indiana Bones, and they are right. Trans rights are exactly human rights. And I don't know if you've kept up with the news, but there's a lot of individuals out there who want to take those rights away from them. Moving on with our speeches, please give it up for one of my sisters, Crystal Edge.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? Listen, just like my dear sister Indiana Bones, in true drag fashion, I've come completely unprepared. So I had nothing written down, but I'm here to speak regardless. Also, it's very special that we're here at Washington Circle as myself, a GW alum. Look how far that got me. So happy to be here. But thank you all for being here. It means the world to see all of your faces here today. Obviously, times are scary right now. Because I'm unprepared, I'm really here to just be a positive voice. Obviously, things are scary right now. We will overcome it, obviously. We have to stick together. Let's be a community. Be there for your friends. Be there for your family. Take care of each other. I really want to implore right here, right now, the cis gays in the room, or in the circle, the cis gays that are here, more than ever, our trans siblings need help, okay? More than ever, please be an ally to your trans brothers and sisters. They need it. Obviously, the gays are under attack. Our trans siblings are really under attack right now. They need our help more than ever. Please be there for them. If you have friends in your lives who aren't on that same page, get them on that page, okay? We will overcome this. It's only 4 years. We will reverse. Whatever happens, we will reverse. We'll be there to support each other together. Let's march and let's fight, right? Well, bye.
Give it up for Crystal Edge. And they're absolutely right. Cis, gay man, step the fuck up. Step the fuck up. I'll say it. The next one on the line, it's me. Give it up for me. What's going to happen after this speech, Mas is going to review the safety guidelines and then we'll begin our march. So please go start stretching. As a stunt girl of DC, you got to stretch really well. Warm up those calves so you don't get any injuries on the way. I'm going to try to do this both with a mic and with gloves, and if you don't know gloves and no performing, it's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work. I did write something out, so please hear my story. My name is Manny Con Carne, and in case no one has made it clear to you yet, what is going on right now is not normal. And because of that, we need to start living outside of normalcy. Trying to make what is happening to us as the new normal is what has us at the hands of the current fascist government. And the hands of fascism want you to act like you can make this your new reality. But now, it's a time to stand up and fight back. As our queer ancestors have shouted out before, our community has always been here, we have always been queer, but they have yet to get used to us. It is time we stop asking for their approval of our existence. It is time we stop looking at ourselves as something to get used to. It is time for us to rise as a community, lean on each other, and demand that our existence goes beyond getting used to. We must demand that our existence is acknowledged and accepted. We must hit these streets, we must protest with our money, and we must call our government officials and demand that they hear our voices and act on demands. Our ancestors have always had to fight against a government that actively tries to erase us. Think of the Stonewall riots, the AIDS epidemic protests, and the queer liberation movement. Now, it's time to look onto them and see that the fight for queer acknowledgement and acceptance only stopped because we wanted the system to get used to us. I want to echo the great Sylvia Rivera and her 1973 speech. I do not just believe in liberation. I believe in the gay power. I believe in us getting our rights, or I would not be out here fighting for our rights. With those words, Sylvia Rivera, along with other trans and queer activists, helped propel even this movement today. It is now time for us to take our queer power and fight back. It is now time to defend our trans siblings. It is now time that we stop wanting to get used to and begin fighting for acknowledgement and acceptance. So I call on to you all to join the movement. All the drag queens, kings, and siblings and allies, gather your community and begin to organize. This current administration is actively trying to erase queer art and community across the nation, not just here in DC. So call your local and state officials, go to those town halls, rally outside their buildings, hold our elected officials accountable, whether are Republicans or Democrats. They started this fight by coming for our trans siblings by masquerading it as an attack on drag. It is our time to end it. Because an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. Our community is strong and will not fall to the hands of fascism. We have always been here. We have always been queer. And now we are fighting back. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that, I hope you're warm from the ignition of your hearts. I'm going to pass it on to Mas, who is going to lead us on safety guidelines again. And we're going to get to marching. Let's do this shit.
The fucking energy of this room right now, and by room I mean the earth because it's goddamn boiling, the planet. It's a little cold out here, but we gotta stick together, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna remind folks of the 3 pieces of language that we're going to be using throughout this to support safety. The first thing is medic. Y'all don't need to shout that. But talk to the people around you. Talk to the people around you. Medic. We shout no one gets left behind. No child left behind in this house. And then our third one is light bulb. And we put our hands up like this. And that means you need a police liaison. Again, we ask that we carry ourselves in a way that is beautiful and courageous and with rage. But again, we do not have a structure in place that is there to fully meet the needs of anyone who may be arrested. So please, let's not focus our energy on any police that may be present at the Kennedy Center or attempt to stop us. Again, listen to the organizers in the space. People like myself, people like Lord Henry, people like the Marshals, people like the Bike Brigade. These folks are going to help keep us safe. We ask, again, follow the direction of the organizers. If the police need something from us and they want to shift the way in which the protest is happening once we get there or as we're on our way, it is very crucial for us to understand as the organizers and to get that information and to make the call of what is to happen. Again, we want to stick together. Do you think we can do that? Okay, I want to get Lord Henry up here. We're gonna get this goddamn speaker back on the bike. Let's play some music, and then we're gonna configure ourselves.
Yeah.
We ask, please,
Yeah.
consistently stay behind the banner. We want to make sure that we are the front lines.
Heavy camera. No, it's been going on for about, I don't know, an hour. What time is it? I can't look at my watch right now. Let's see. It's 7 o'clock, so it's been going on for about an hour and 15 minutes.
All I know is that it's cold.
I know, I'm ready to get this thing started. It's too cold tonight, though. And you got the big camera. Where are we going?
Please make way for the bike with the music. Make way for the drags, though. Make way for the drags. Let's do
Shit. I thought I could just walk right over that thing. Good?
Woo! We're walking towards you.
We're starting the march. We're going to be going down.
I don't know.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back! When trans rights are under attack! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! When trans rights are under attack! What do we do? Stand up, fight back!
We gotta watch out for each other, right?
Our streets! Our streets! Whose streets? 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 Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
Dance break! Stay safe!
This ended up being pretty good one.
Yeah. This is my first march on the streets cover. Really? Standing like on the sidewalk. This is great. A lot of like journalistic firsts.
Yeah.
Our
That's cool, man.
streets! Our 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 streets! Woo!
Right? It's the domestic one.
Trans rights! Now! What do we want? Trans rights! What do we want now? What do we want? Trans rights! What do we want now? Down on the ground. What do we want? Trans rights! What do we want now? What do we want? Trans rights! What do we want now? What do we want? Trans rights! What do we want now? What do we want? Trans rights! What do we want now? What do we want? Trans rights! What do we want now?
Thank you.
I've lost my life already. Now we're gonna make this unification. Let's go! Let's move. I can't hear you. Can y'all hear me? There we go. Oh, that's a lot better. Oh, that's a lot better. Well, yes. Oh, welcome. I have to do that voice. Welcome to the Kennedy Center. The fascist takeover has begun, and it's not gonna stop. They begun here with drag. They'll come to us in our laws, in our protections. So please make sure you understand that if we don't stop it now, this will be the beginning. It is happening already. Trans individuals are losing their rights across the nation. If you didn't see, the First Amendment was not protected for the Tennessee drag ban, and we are still fighting that. All the properties, all the companies, all the organizations with federal funding are under attack. Why? Because they are supporting DEI initiatives that include supporting the marginalized communities, that includes trans and LGBTQ plus individuals. So it's our right, it is to protest. So please, please, please give it up for your first speech at the Kennedy Center, Ricky Rose.
Hello friends and family and beyond. I'd like to start with a story about a child who grew up in a very religious military household. As the middle child of 3, this child often found it difficult to celebrate their unique identity, and as such grew up feeling alone, undervalued, and constantly overlooked. As they continued to grow older, this child continued to struggle to find spaces where they felt seen and respected and heard, while navigating a colonized world unbuilt for a two-spirit Queero like themselves. Through many dark days, this story almost had a tragic ending. One day, this individual went to their first drag show. Shea Coulee, in all her glittery glory, welcomed this individual with open arms and let this individual know they were special and important in their own right. That night, they went home, tried on a drag king makeup look for the first time. Was it good? Absolutely not. But they wore that scraggly little eyeliner mustache and mud-like cheek contour proudly, and 8 years later, this individual has found a home in their body. Ultimately coming out as a non-binary individual and creating a thriving, supportive, and celebratory community amongst their peers. Because of Shea Coulee and legendary black and brown drag kings who came before them, such as Black Dynamite, Magic Dyke, Roman Noodle, and Phoenix King, this drag king has also gone on to perform across the world and not only headline 4 festivals, but also almost a dozen pride celebrations across this country. This person standing before you today is named Ricky Rose. As someone who has also had the distinct honor of sharing their artistic expression at the Kennedy Center more than once, I speak before you today to urge you all to stand up, speak up, and ultimately take action against this egregious misuse of power that is attempting to attack and erase not just our culture of artistic expression, but also our ability to navigate this world as our most authentic selves. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. Transgender people have existed since the beginning of time, and we will continue to exist no matter who or what stands in our way. Beyond politics, the Kennedy Center was founded more than 50 years ago as a place meant to celebrate the arts in its truest, most extraordinary form, even after President Kennedy himself argued that culture had great practical value in an age of conflict. He continued to be quoted saying, "The encouragement of art is political in the most profound sense, not as a weapon in the struggle, but as an instrument of understanding the futility of struggle." What a most relevant time to remind those who stand in positions of power today and always that the performing arts overall, and in relation to what we are marching for and speaking on today, drag, is important in helping people develop confidence, express themselves, build empathy, and most importantly, foster a better future. While drag has always been and will always be inherently political, it serves more so as a tool for self-expression, acceptance, and positive change. Drag performers, queer people, and more so trans people like myself deserve to not only be tolerated or accepted, but celebrated, and we will not be erased.
We talk about rights, we talk about fair housing, we talk about medical rights, we talk about all the things that cis white people, individuals take for granted. And that welcomes for us too. Our next speaker is none other than Cake Pop.
Oh my gosh, everyone, how are we doing tonight? I want to start off by thanking every single person that put work into organizing this protest, and thank you all for showing up as well. Can we make some noise for yourselves? So obviously, everyone, our freedoms have been under attack for far too long, and the bravery it takes to pull this event together is truly inspiring. So thank you all so much for doing this, seriously. She told me to take the thank you out, but I'm not going to. Absolutely not. Okay, so for anyone that does not know me, I'm Cake Pop, everyone, and thank you. I've been blessed to be part of this scene here in DC since 2019 when I started drag. I've had a moderate level of success in our community, and I'm very grateful for all the love and appreciation and support that you all have showed us. But tonight, I'm standing here not just as a queen and not just as an entertainer, but as a human being who knows firsthand what it means to grow up in a world and be told that it's wrong to simply exist. Okay, everyone? And that's what we're dealing with right now. To keep it real, I was heavily invested in the church growing up. I was a Bible thumper, like, for real. It was kind of crazy. I went to a church that, to this day, likely still supports the oppressive administration that we're fighting against. I went to a Christian college, and I dropped out because the conversion therapy that I went through there took an insane toll on my mental health. I spent years trying to reconcile my sexuality with the faith that I was raised in, and believing that there was only one way to be good, only one way to be loved, and to be worthy. And in that narrow definition, there was no room for faith to exist in the way that she was today. I can only sum up 34 years of life, struggle, and resilience in just a few paragraphs, but I wanted to share just a glimpse into what my life has been, because it's very important, because every single drag performer, every single queer artist, every single member of our beautiful alphabet mafia here and across the world has it in this lifetime. We've all been through way too much to have our art reduced to a political buzzword or a cheap excuse for fear mongering. No matter how much they try to erase us, silence us, or shame us, we are still here. Drag is a protest. Drag is resilience. And drag is the very embodiment of joy in the face of oppression, everyone. I'm so damn proud of the beautiful, vibrant, and powerful, fearless drag scene that we have here in Washington, D.C. Each of us has our own story and our own past, our own artistry. But together we stand here as activists and leaders in such an important fight. We are the backbone of this community, and we must continue speaking out even when no one else will. We must continue supporting each other. We must continue building families where others have been abandoned. And because I can say without a doubt that this community has truly saved my life, like truly saved my life, I do not know what I would be without you. Every single voice that is here right now matters in this fight, and I know that as someone with a small platform that I do have, it's my duty to be loud and to be visible and to be a reminder to every single young queer kid that is watching that they are not alone. That there is a world waiting to embrace them, and no matter how much these tyrants try to keep us in the shadows, we are not going to hide. We are not going to be hidden. So I'm going to close just by making one thing clear. We are not asking for permission to exist. We are not waiting for approval to take up space. We are demanding our rights, our dignity, and our freedom. We are here, we are powerful, and we are never going away. I love you all so much.
Trans individuals privileges have always been here, they're not going away. Next up, we have somebody who's not unfamiliar with protests and all the things. The brave, the wonderful, the always lovely Tara Hoot. Gorgeous humans. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Tara Hoot. I chose this name because I was born in Terre Haute, Indiana. Anybody here from Indiana that wants to get it? No. All right. Tara Hoot was born during the pandemic, so I'll vote for buying sourdough bread starters. If I vote for you,
that's all right. Trust me, it hurt me a lot worse than it hurt. I don't need you to leave this on the way back. Yeah. I'm hoping they still work.
When your mom and pop like,
yeah, I got it like that so I won't kick it. Gotcha. When I have them all down, I'm just bang.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Man, I think I fucked up my leg.
Or isn't. Shameful, immoral, and weakness for this president to demonize a marginalized population to attack a veteran arts institution. They are trying to take over the Kennedy Center to try to stop our stories from being heard. But we will
First time I've ever used them.
Because our stories are stories of love, stories of family, stories of overcoming, stories of joy, stories of hardship, and stories of redemption. Our queer stories are American stories.
They're still working.
Trying to stop our stories of
They're still working.
never stop happening.
Oh yeah. Whenever on the rare occasion I do audio or reacting audio, I always have it. I'm not gonna bring it here. Just because
community for bringing in all of you and all of your support. So back to the story. I'm not going to read the whole thing because, you know, it's cold. I want you to listen to every word because children's books often contain lessons for all of us, not just children. And in this moment, I want you to hear every word. So the title of the book is like Darlings or Gorgeous, right? I'm just going to skip to the end. But sometimes the path isn't terrifically clear. The road might be rocky and feelings of fear. You may try on different versions of you as you grow and change and become someone new. Some of those versions will stick and might stay to help you shine bright, not fade away. But all of those versions will help you to grow into the gorgeous person you already are. Through storms and challenges that come into view, your gorgeous intelligence will carry you through. So the most important gorgeous is the one that you choose. Go ahead, choose many. There's nothing to lose. This one, that one, the one over there. So much gorgeousness to pick from, we can all share. Because I know you'll be perfect. Whichever you are, be fabulous for you, beautiful, gorgeous star. With a skip in your step and a smile, not a frown. But should you get behind, sad or pretend, it's only temporary, just a moment in time, because I know in my heart you'll be gorgeously fine. So off you go into the world so true, to be strong and to be brave, and to be gorgeously you. Gorgeous to me, I know that. Don't say you're gorgeous, say I'm gorgeous to yourself, alright? Just say, darling, I'm gorgeous! I'm going to say darlings, and I want you to say I'm strong. Darlings, I'm strong! I'm going to say darlings, and I want you to say I'm brave. Darlings, I'm brave! You are gorgeous, you are strong, and you are brave. And don't let anyone take that away from you, darling. So please let's start with Flag Dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
Ours is not a crime. This is America's stage. They say we don't belong. They are wrong. My name is Flag Dynamite. Ready? I am the Drag King. Here as president of the committee, which is an organization we founded because drag performers exist in every part of every state. And when they come after us, we must from that throne. What's happening isn't new. Throughout history, we've seen this before. The Nazis banned what they labeled degenerate art, anything that didn't fit their narrow vision of culture. Art that showed freedom, showed difference, complexity, all banned. Now, it's us. When the government bans art from our national stage, they're not just attacking performers, they're attacking ideas. They target drag because we are liberation. Our art makes a world where you can be who you are, whoever that is. We are a threat to governments that would want to control how we live and express ourselves. Drag performers have always been at the front lines. Here in DC, we're seeing
They
this
said they
play
have
out
2
on
speakers
federal
left, so
property.
they might come over.
These bands hear our communities first, but they never stop us. And to the donors, supporters who fund the Kennedy Center, your money is now funding censorship. Look, I've done drag for years, alright? I'm not going to say how long, but it's been fucking years. And I've seen our community face threats and violence, yet we keep showing up.
Hey, that's awesome. Thank you.
have to be in the coming years. We must grow stronger. We must welcome more voices. We will keep creating art that challenges and celebrates. They cannot take away our creativity or silence us. We belong on any stage, in any community. This is our stage. They say we don't belong. They are wrong. Our art is not a crime. Say it with me. Our art is not a crime. One more time. Our art is not a crime. We're not going any fucking way. Thank you.
We will be wasting your time. We didn't give you action items, so please, as a reminder, join community, join the Rainbow Umbrella Defense, run the coalition that is running this. Talk to your representatives, talk to everybody. Make some noise if you currently live outside of DC. Okay. Call your representatives tomorrow. What are you going to do? You're going to call your representatives tomorrow. Protect home rule, protect art here in DC. And to close this out, where's the lovely, the wonderful? There you are. Talking about stories, talking about art, talking about everything we have been experiencing today. Please, please, please give it up for Mix Noir.